So I think it's sharp. I just threw an old chain on and just sharpened it real quick. Hit the rakers. You can see my little red mark there. You know, this one's been sharpened out quite a bit, so I think this one will go through it pretty fast. Just put the blood off and start milling. Make sure I get you in the right spot here. So let's say it's 15, a little over 15-foot log. So I probably got 14 feet to go. I'd say we can do it in this tank though. So yeah, let's get at it. Just make sure you're pointing in the right spot. You guys are still on. Yep. All right. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let's see it. That right there is why I hand file my own chains. That is just fast. Chain cut smooth, dug the whole time, kept the RPMs nice and even. Nice. I'll show you what I dug through to break off all those teeth. It was this. That was huge. See, compare the size of my finger there. It's pretty big. See how close I came to missing it. Nope, no, it was pretty deep. So that's what broke up that other chain. You know what's funny is you can see I cut this far afterwards. Look at that. So here's the finish on this. You can see where I started back out. That this was the other chain. This is where I started out. But it's a really nice finish. It did, every time that you hear the saw dig back in on the heel side, you can see a little dig mark. So all it's doing is the teeth are, because this wood's so hard, they're kind of skipping across. And then the heel comes over and it digs in and brrr, and it pulls the RPMs down a little bit. That's these little marks here. And you can really, you know, if I wasn't just trying to dig through this, because that finish doesn't make any difference, it's going up against the pressure treated. But I would try to avoid that if I was trying to get a perfect log. But this is real nice. You can see this way with the shadows, so you can see where it, you know, where it dug, like here. But it's pretty smooth. Pretty good finish. And it dug right through. You can see the size of the you know, the little grains there. It was pulling pretty good sized grains, so that old chain worked good. It was fairly fast cut because I'm only 13 minutes into this video now. So like I said, it's not huge, it's not wide down here, but you know, this is not a small Black Locust log, and you guys know Black Locust is really friggin' hard, and these are old. This is old and dry, so you know, that was a pretty fast pass through that. So that chain cut really well. I'll show you what I was using. Just, there's no magic chains or anything. You know, these guys that are posting about, you know, 45 minutes in oak and 3 tanks of fuel. I don't know what the fuck you're using, but it's just a standard full comp Carlton hand filed at around 10 degrees. I mean, if I look down on this, they always kind of look steeper on the other side, but I'd say that's probably closer to 12. This one's probably closer to maybe 5. This one's almost 0. This one's maybe 5. This one's maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3. This one looks like it's close to 10. This one's 10. You know, that's just because I just breezed through this chain. This chain was dull. And I thought, you know, just in case there's any more metal, why don't I just throw an older one on and sharpen it? So yeah, it's still fairly sharp. You can see how it's pretty clean. For locust, this is pretty clean. They like to do this to teeth. They like to gum up the top right there. And actually, you know, that'll make your tooth miss. That little chunk of shit on the back there, if it gets too big, you get too much buildup, it'll miss. It'll ride along the wood and miss. So you see the dirty teeth are the ones that weren't cutting great. Now these 2 teeth, even though they're individually set to the rakers, got a couple of pretty big teeth right here. So there's a possibility these big teeth were bridging a little bit, and that's why these got so gummed up. Look at this. The Sharpie's still on the one that I started at. That's how clean that tooth ran. Didn't even wear the Sharpie off it. You can see how much bite the teeth were taking. That's how much bite they were taking. Right in there. Right in there. So if you look at that tooth, that's how much bite it was taking. That's how thick the chip was. Again, there. There. So those are all pretty consistent. There. So not taking a huge bite, but you don't want to take a huge bite in that hard of wood. So this one's 10, 10, close, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 0, maybe a little more than 10, 0, maybe a little more than 10, 0. So your angles don't make a huge difference. As long as you get these drags set to the teeth, that's really all that makes a difference. If you look at these ones like this one that are less than 10, you know, that's, if anything, it's smoothing the cut and slowing me down a little bit. Then you got a couple of good ones here, so that's helping. But yeah, so no magic. Just you know, like I said, I just hand filed it, just with a file, no guide, no nothing. That's why the angles are all funky, because I made it sharp. If it was, you know, if I was just dusting through the chain real quick, these angles wouldn't be messed up. It's because I was making sure I hit the top plate. And yeah, you saw how good it cut. So that's it. On to the next part. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for coming by.